Good morning, children. Now, last week I had explained what is this? What is this long number of the stretched number, the number which I have stretched and made it long? What is it called? It's called the expanded form. All right, which I have already done this, but I did not get time to do the other way round. So this is expanded form. All right. Now I'm going to make this expanded form, this big number, into a small number. Alright, so let's see how I do. So 700 means 700. So that means you have 100 means 3-digit numbers, ones, tens and 100. So ones, tens and 100 you have. Isn't it? 700 means 700. So how many hundreds are here? 700. So 100 comes under hundreds place. So 7 comes under 700. Alright. Then how many tens are here? How many tens? 2 tens. That means this tens, 2 tens means 20. So 20 means 2 tens. I have already explained this before. 20 means 2 tens. 2 tens means 20. So how many tens here? 2 tens. So tens, under tens you write 2. And how many ones? There is only one single number, that means it is ones. So it is 5. Alright. So 7 to 5. So that means 725. So 725. See, this long stretch number, the big number, I made it into short one. And this is called short form. What is this called? This is called short form. This is expanded form and this is the short form. Alright. So both ways you can do. Sometimes I might ask you to give the expanded form. That means from the short form you have to give me this expanded form. If I tell you give me the short form, then I'll be giving you this expanded form and you have to do the short form. Let me do one more. Okay. Let me do. So 900 means 900. Alright. So 900 means you have to write 100, tens and ones. 3-digit numbers. So how many hundreds are there? 9. So 9 will come under 100. How many tens? There 40 means 4 tens, isn't it? So 40 means 4 tens. So 4 will come under tens. And then how many ones? There is no ones, 0. That means it will come under ones. So the number here, the short form is 940. This is the short form and this is the expanded form. Alright. Now let's move on to the other one. Now children, till class 1, UKG 1, you were learning about numbers that comes after and before. Do you remember this word? After and before. After means just what comes after. What comes after you? You have reached class 2. Now which class will come after class 2? Which class will come? Bigger class will come. When you pass class 2, then which number will you go? You'll go to a next class. That means what will come after class 2? Class 3. That means you're going to a bigger class, isn't it? So what comes after? In after, you're going to a bigger class. So what do? You add 1. Alright? And before means? Before which class were you in? Before you came to class 2 last year, which class were you in? You were in class 1. That means you were in a lower class, in a lesser class. That means you were in -1. Do -1, that means you come to a lower number. Alright. Now this was it for after and before. Now you have reached class 2. Now you are going to learn another new word for after and before. Alright. Sorry. Now the new word for after is called successor. What is it called? Successor. Now from now onwards, from class 2, I am not going to use what comes before. I'll just tell what is the successor. Alright. So new word you are learning this year. Instead of after, what will you call? Successor. Successor means when you become successful in class 2, then you'll go to class 3. Isn't it? Now next, what comes before means predecessor. Predecessor, what is it called? Predecessor. Predecessor means what comes before. The method is same, only the words they have changed. The numbers will remain, whatever you used to write for what comes before, what comes after you used to do, same way. But only the word, the term has changed. Alright, so successor means here also you add 1 and predecessor means you minus 1. Let's see what do I mean by plus 1 and minus 1. Now what comes after 74? If I tell you what comes after 74, after, that means you are going to a bigger class, bigger number, isn't it? So that means you have to add 1. So let's add 74 plus 1. Add. Let's see what number comes. 4 plus 1. So small number you take it out in your finger and big number you count from here. 4 plus 1 is 5. You have 4 sweets. Your father gave you 1 more sweet. So how many sweets will you have now? 5 sweets. Now you have 7 sweets with you and nobody gives you any more sweets. So how many sweets will you have with you now? Nobody gave you. So you will still have 7 sweets. Same 7 sweets you will have, isn't it? So 75. So what is the number that comes after 74? Is 75. This number comes. And how did you get 75? By adding 1. By adding 1 you got 75. That means in after you add 1 and then you get the next number. Alright? Same way. If I give you the same number, what comes after 70? Oh sorry. What comes before 74? The same number I am using. What comes before 74? That means what is the predecessor of 74? That means what do? You minus 1. So from 74, you take away 1. Take away 1 means take away or give away means you will have less, isn't it? When you have sweets, when you give away something, few sweets from your pocket to somebody else, you will have less sweets, isn't it? So you have 4 sweets there in your pocket. You gave away. Minus means take away. So you gave away 1 sweet to your friend. So how many sweets will be left with you? 3 sweets will be left with you now. 3 sweets you will have now. Alright? And you have 7 sweets and you don't want to give any more. So how many sweets you will have with you? You will have same sweets. If you don't want to share with anybody, you will have the same number of sweets. That means you had 74 sweets. You gave away 1. So how many sweets will you have with you now? 73. So what number or what is the predecessor of 74? 73. That means you are moving forward. You're moving backwards. You have learnt counting forward and backward. So you're counting backwards. Okay? 74 and 73, then 72, 71, 70, 69, it carries on. You move backwards. Alright? So in predecessor, you move backwards. You count backwards. And successor means you count forward. Alright? Count forward. Successor you count forward and predecessor you count backwards. Or you can also minus 1 and plus 1. Alright? Successor plus 1 and predecessor minus 1 from the place value ones. Okay, from place value ones you have to minus. From place value ones you have to add 1. Alright children, so this is it for today and thank you.